Oh, yes.
See nothing
Look
about him, huh?
at that. Look at that. Oh.
And I don't see him doing anything, nor have I heard him speak, nor have I heard him piss, nor have I heard him smile. And him, him.
Why haven't we started? What's going on right now?
Well, Kevin's on. I don't know where he is, but okay,
We
we'll
start at
start.
10:30.
Hey.
Doesn't matter who's here or not.
No. We start together.
Also, Kevin's here. He just hasn't joined Minecraft yet. He's in the party.
We wait
We
for
never wait.
friends. We care about one another, unless you have a point.
Now we care. That's fair. Nobody's arguing that. It's just, what is going on with you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another episode of Crafting and Chad. We are on episode 178. It is January 9th.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a brain.
No,
my
I get
brain
it.
died for a second.
I get it.
For some reason, I thought it was the 15th, and I'm like, it's not the 15th. It's earlier than the
It's
15th. I'm crazy.
next
Whoa.
Monday.
Yeah.
This whole last week.
It's Dr. MLK Day.
Yeah. It is January 9th. Gentlemen, how y'all doing today?
Good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Good.
I'm alright, can't complain.
Good.
I'm joined by my usual hosts here. I have Kevin, Desonoto, Adam, and myself being Genesis. We have a couple things to talk about this podcast. How we normally start this out, gentlemen. What did we all do last week? I can start us off if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, I would like to go last.
Sure, that's no problem. I played more Final Fantasy 16, trying to get through to that platinum. I didn't play too much last week, considering I had quite a bit of stuff to do at my work, so I was a bit busy going to sleep earlier than usual and just kind of getting up and doing what I got to do, and being tired when I get home. So I did play a bit of the finals and some Final Fantasy 16. I don't think there was another game that I played. I could be mistaken though, and if I am, I'm sorry, Adam. You can beat me later.
Oh my God, I will if you forgot
Yeah,
something, but don't
no
say that
problem, no problem.
on air. Come on now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll censor that next time. I'll put a beep
Thank
in
you.
there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And yeah, Kevin, you're up next. What'd you do? Or I might go to Desimoto.
Desunoto.
Desimoto, you're up. Let's go. What you did?
Oh. Let's see here. Today, I watched.
Today is a day. Tomorrow is another day.
Mystic River.
Mmm.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I watched this before, but for some reason, the scenes were not coming back to me. But specific moments were like, I think I watched this movie before. But anyway, I still watched it through. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. The acting is phenomenal. Like,
Yep.
oh my god. Oh,
Sean Penn.
oh man. Sean Penn and the other guy.
I also cannot remember his name.
Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne. That's the more notable names here. Oh, and what was the woman?
Marcia Gay Harden.
Yeah. You know, I thought you looked like somebody else. I thought that was somebody else. I
Oh,
thought that was. She looks very similar to Laura Linney
oh,
from
Laura
Noah's
Linney's
Ark.
also in it too.
Oh, maybe that's. Oh, okay. Maybe that's who then I saw her then. That must be who I thought was her. Yeah, 2003. Great movie though. Um, and I also watched. Where did it go? Where did it go? Can I see? Let me see. Damn it. Oh, Death Wish. I watched that today. Even older movie, 1974.
Oh, not even the remake. Okay,
There's a remake?
there is a remake.
Oh, well, this one was pretty good. With Charles Bronson.
Yeah, the remake's Jason Statham or Bruce
Oh,
Willis. It's Bruce Willis.
okay.
The movie was criticized for being a white guy killing minorities.
Well, he
So,
did kill some white people too.
oh no, the remake is only minorities.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's a
wow.
whole thing.
Wow. Yeah, they made a whole ass joke in the movie where all these upper class people at a party were talking and they're like, "Oh, well, this guy's killing more black muggers than white muggers." And then the woman is like, "Well, of course. There's obviously more black muggers than white muggers." And then they're talking about like mugger racial equality or whatever.
Hmm.
What the what is this? This is clearly from the 70s. Like you can tell so easily. There's so many things that are said in this movie that would not be in a movie today. Um, yeah, there's even right at the beginning, um, Charles Bronson, his boss in the movie, just makes fun of some Asian or he went to Hawaii, I think. Yeah, and then his boss starts making random words up, making fun of the word Hawaii or other places in Hawaii that he went to.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's weird.
yeah, yeah. It's clearly a very, very 70s movie.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I was rooting for this guy the whole time
Hmm.
because he's, you know, there's a clear parallel here to Death Note, right? Because he's essentially cleansing the world of all the muggers, or New York City of all the muggers, and he's getting away with it. And he essentially gets away with it by the end because the police are like, we shouldn't arrest him because then there are going to be more people who come up into the vigilante role. And we saw our mugger, uh, the crime rate went way down, like half of what it was before he started killing the muggers. And they're like, well, let's just send him somewhere else. Let's just scare him off from New York City. And that's essentially what they did. And they made him go to Chicago by the end of the movie. I was like, oh shit. Wow. The police. Wondrous people they are.
Are you gonna watch any of the sequels?
I didn't know there were more.
They made four more of them before they
Oh
remade
my
it.
god.
Yeah.
Is it
Apparently the
with,
quality goes down with each one. So.
uh, is it with Charles Bronson though?
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Oh, it is. Huh. Interesting. Well, I might look into them.
Okay.
First one
Report back.
was pretty decent. You know, nothing crazy. It's good though. Good little watch. Um, yeah, I'll report back on that. Right. Here we go. So, I also watched. Oh, I finished the Yu Yu Hakusho live action. Um, I know Kevin was a little excited when I told him, and then you were too, Adam. That I said it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
The action scene and stuff. Did you get to watch it at all, or no?
No, no, no.
Okay.
It's on the
Well, I
list, but it's so
finished it.
far down on the list.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. There's only 5 episodes, and I don't know when they're gonna make more, so plenty of time. Oh, did I forget that I watched this other stuff? Oh, wow. It seems like there's some other stuff here that I forgot to mention last week. Anyway, Yu Yu Hakusho live action was the last episode was pretty darn good. Very good stuff. Still, very solid show. I think I'm gonna start watching the anime.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, also watched Malignant, a movie made by James Wan, who also made The Conjuring.
And Aquaman. Don't forget Aquaman.
Aquaman. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he directed both of them.
Oh. Yeah. What else did he did? The Insidious ones. Aquaman.
Yeah, he's done so much.
This movie, I expected much more from it. It kind of ended up being not that great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. The trailer made it look so interesting, and there's a unique concept, but it's just I don't know. It doesn't look that great the way they utilized it in the film.
Hmm.
But it does keep you going for a while. You don't really know what's going on. So that was something. But once they show you what's going on, it's like it's not very well executed. I feel like they could have done a better job.
Shame.
Yeah, I'm always on the hunt for really good horror stuff, and that wasn't that great. The logo also reminded me of Evil Within, so I'm like, wow, this should be good. This should be really good, and fell short a little bit. Let's see here. Um, I watched all of Wednesday. Finally got to the show, and man, it was fantastic. Wednesday is a fantastic show, and Jenna Ortega is like just oh god, she's she's carrying the show. Obviously, the rest of the cast is also amazing, but damn, she does such an amazing job with that character. And yeah, just the story is great. I didn't really think I'd be interested in this because I never really knew anything about the Addams Family thing, so I kind of went into this completely blind and really enjoyed it. Season 2 is also confirmed. I don't know when, but they said it's coming. So looking forward to that. It won it won an Emmy, which is nice. Uh, hmm.
What Emmy did it win?
I don't know. It says Emmy nominee before I click on it, and then when I click into it on Netflix, it says 2023 Emmy winner. So, let's see. Find it. Nominee. Okay, it won Outstanding Contemporary Costumes for a Series.
Oh, at
I
the
guess this is
creative
like
Emmys.
episode
Yeah.
specific to
Yeah.
outstanding contemporary makeup, outstanding original main title theme music. Unfortunately, Jenna Ortega did not get the outstanding lead actress in a comedy series.
That's pending.
Oh.
Those are pending because the actual Emmys haven't taken place yet.
Oh,
Just the
right. Okay,
creative
okay,
Emmys
okay.
have. Yeah, all
Gotcha.
the acting stuff that comes up like I think next week.
Okay. Well,
So,
hopefully she fucking wins this. She was
yeah.
fucking
That's why The Last
crazy
of Us
good.
won 8 Emmys, but it hasn't won anything else yet because those were all creative Emmys. So, yeah, creative
Right.
Emmys. Yeah. So,
Okay.
that's cool.
That's good to know. Netflix got all blurry all of a sudden. I did watch something, I think the week before, called Eye of the Storm. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, never
yeah.
mind then. All right. Then the only other thing was Old Boy, and me and Adam had a whole off podcast uh thing
Yeah, we
talking
did.
about this movie. Um,
What happened?
It killed him.
um,
The old boy
oh,
killed him.
Oh,
oh,
there we
hey.
go.
Oh,
The old boy
it
killed
killed
him.
him.
I was talking to my mom. But yeah, Old Boy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wait a minute. No, we talked about this on the podcast last week.
Do we?
Yeah, because you watched that and you played.
Oh yeah, I watched it right
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Still good.
I'll go
Honestly,
say
worth
it
talking about
again.
again.
Squid scene.
Yes, it's so good, Kevin. Again, we're recommending it to you
Okay.
because Kevin,
You
you were
gotta watch
interested
this
last
shit.
week.
It's
Yeah,
on Netflix.
No.
it's fucking
Finally.
amazing.
It is a mind just twisting, crushing, bending experience. It's fucking nuts.
Crazy. Oh, you might not have talked about Eye of the Storm. I might be thinking about something else. What is Eye of the Storm?
It's okay. It's a Korean. No, it's not Korean. It's what is this? It's Taiwanese. It's a Taiwanese movie based on an actual outbreak that occurred in Taiwan, I think.
Okay.
What is this? Hold on. It basically took place in one hospital that got sealed down because of the disease that started spreading.
I've been known to be called a disease before.
All right.
Um, it's based on the SARS outbreak of 2003.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
And
good.
it's kind of like a thriller drama film set in the hospital where the doctor is like working super hard and tries to leave, and then this whole story about this disease starts popping up everywhere, and then he has to go back to the hospital, and then he's eventually locked down in the hospital because somebody leaks information to the press about somebody in the hospital being positive for SARS. Even though they don't even know like the symptoms or anything about it yet. It's like a brand new, like how COVID started. Nobody knew how it like spread and all that shit. But then the press is spreading news about it like crazy. And eventually the hospital's locked down, the army comes, they lock everything down. Nobody's allowed to leave or get in. And yeah, it's kind of showing the whole like tragic story behind that inside the one hospital, where like at one point all the nurses were like striking, like they didn't want to go and help the patients because they didn't want to get sick, and then some of them did, and some of the nurses ended up being patients after getting sick, and then they started helping other people while they were sick, and it was a whole movie. It was kind of nuts how like serious the lockdown was at the time. But I guess the disease was pretty scary too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty good. A good movie.
Cool, cool. Yeah, you definitely did not talk about this last time, so.
Yeah. Um. I didn't get to watch the everything
Everywhere
everywhere
all at
all at
once, that's okay.
once,
You'll get
or
there.
the show that she's into. I didn't get to watch the show either.
Oh, The Brother's Son? That's okay. You'll
Yeah.
get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. I did also watch this Korean movie called Burning. Um, real odd film to watch. The actors make you feel uncomfortable while you're watching it. Some like just the stuff that they're doing is just so weird, and it's just like this drama with this dude. He's like average, very average looking dude. Um, finds his childhood friend doing some like promoting this raffle thing outside a store. He goes in, he gets a raffle ticket, comes out, and then they ended up talking to each other because she remembers him, and then she got plastic surgery, so she got prettier or whatever. Then they go to her place and they fuck, and then after that it was just like she goes on this vacation to Africa, and she has all this debt, so she doesn't want to deal with it. She goes to Africa. She comes back from Africa after being like best friends with a dude that it's from her childhood, and they're like really good friends. And then she comes back with this rich dude from Africa who's also Korean, and yeah, it just becomes this movie where the dude's like showing off, and he's like pretending to be this down to earth person, but really he's just laughing at her at the girl because she's poor, and she comes from a really not really like a poor background, but she has like all this debt and no money and small ass apartment, while this guy has like the penthouse apartment in his building, and it's a really weird movie. I don't know. It made me feel very uncomfortable watching it. Certain scenes. um. Yeah. Yeah. Odd choices, odd decisions. Then the girl ends up like uh preferring her childhood friend again over the rich guy, but then by that point, her childhood friend said something to her, and she got very pissed. And then he wasn't able to talk to her anymore. She disappeared. And then there's this whole ass scene at the end. The scene at the end is really good, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a long shot at the end. I don't know how long. It's probably like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe in that range. Um, that long shot was real good. Real good. The rest of the movie made me feel uncomfortable though. Just some of the things actors were doing was just fucking weird. I think that's all I watched. Um, yeah, I think so. And then playing stuff. I played a whole bunch of Fate Samurai Remnant. Fantastic game. Still, oh man. It's got such a great gameplay loop where there's so much variety of what you can do in the game, where it's not just fighting. A whole bunch of different things you could do in that game to progress the story. I think I'm almost done with it. I was still playing it because I beat what I thought was the final boss. Then there was a bigger final boss.
You were going
And
through
now
it.
there's another final boss. There's a final, because that was chapter 5. There was like 2 parts of chapter 5. Now I'm on the final chapter. It's
So
called
you think.
Final Chapter. And
That's how they
because
get you.
there's still a master and a servant left, which I have to fight against. And that's the final chapter. And I think there might be more, because there's other hidden trophies that talk about a final chapter that I haven't gotten to yet.
Oh
So,
no.
there's also another set of servant and master that I think is also still alive. So I don't know. Probably another few hours left in that to play. But I'm almost at like 50 hours now. So that's including like their side quest stuff and main story. Um, yeah, this is such a great game. Probably one of the best Fate games I played aside from their. I mean, I don't know if I can really put their mobile game in the same comparison because it's just a mobile game.
The mobile game don't work in that
Um,
comparison.
it's mostly grinding and spending money on their gacha, but
Mobile games are trash.
it's still a quality mobile game for what it is. But their first like maybe I think they made another game that was sort of like a similar action RPG, but this is like a very very solid one. So if anybody's on the fence about it, you like Fate, you gotta go get it. You gotta go get it.
I gotta go eat it.
I think that's it. That's
Okay.
all I got.
Coolios. Kevin, you're up.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, give it to
I
me.
played Path of Exile, and I played the finals with Genesis once or twice. That's it.
Nice. I like it. Alright, Adam. Save the best for last. Go
Oh
for it.
baby. Oh, I did some stuff. I've been a busy boy. Please hold comments until the end. I'm just going to list all the things and then I'll just go into it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things I've done. I watched the first couple episodes of Only Murders in the Building. It's got Selena Gomez, Steve Martin. It's on Hulu. Didn't care for it. Selena Gomez in it does not know how to act. She's good in other things,
Ooh.
so I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if it's the writing or the character. I don't know. It's not for me. Don't care for it. And then Song of the Bandits. This was recommended to me by Desinoto a few weeks ago. There are 10 episodes or 8 episodes. How many episodes are there? I think it's 10 or 11.
I think
I
it's
don't know.
10.
Yeah, there's 10. I watched them all. Overall, I liked it a lot. Pretty violent. Kind of filled that need for new episodes of Warrior. There's rumors of a season 2. It seems like it's almost kind of confirmed. Main protagonist, would love him in everything. If he just pops up in every movie, like the actor, like I would just love to see that. Desinoto and I talked about this because was that last night you were on or? The other night. That was last night. Okay, cool. Yeah, Desinoto and I partied up because Genesis was dead. so don't worry.
9 episodes, by the way.
9 episodes. Yeah, watched all of that. Really liked it. Highly recommend. New episode of Reacher on Amazon Prime, season 2. Still good. Little predictable, but like still getting me. Some great acting in a couple scenes. There was a scene that really stood out. Honestly, for both seasons, it just stood out. So overall, I like that one a lot. And then The Brother's Son. Desinoto mentioned that he didn't watch the Michelle Yeoh show that came out. The Brother's Son is what came out on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. Super predictable, kind of cliche, but enjoyable. And I watched all 8 episodes within 2 days. So, again, good. I'm hoping Desinoto gives it a try so I can talk to somebody about it. Because even though it's a little predictable, a lot predictable, but by the end, the last 2 episodes get really dark. Like, some shit's happening. And then, these are in no order, by the way. I started Gris. It's Spanish for the word gray. It's like a side scroller. You're trying to bring color back into this one girl's life, and it's basically about the stages of grief. Very sad, very Adam type of game. If Genesis saw it, he'd be like, "That's a game for Adam." I played it. I platinumed it. Congratulations to me.
Congrats.
Jusant, I beat it. I'm now collecting all the collectibles. I have 2 chapters left to do the collectibles. Should take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get that platinum. So I'll check in next week with that. Hopefully I'll have 2 platinums, but we'll talk about that then. I started the show Suits. The show Suits was good. I'm 4.5, 5 episodes in. I was watching it before the podcast. I like it a lot. It's very procedural. So if you this was big like a month or 2 ago because it came to Netflix and then was one of the biggest shows in the world after it came to Netflix because of how many people were watching it. And it was also like a thing with the Hollywood strikes where the people who wrote the show weren't getting money. They were getting like 6 cents. And the show was doing like 13 billion streaming hours a day or something like that. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But also, it's such a popcorn show, and I love it. I love everything about it. It's about a really smart guy who gets hired as a lawyer, even though he doesn't have a law degree. It's because he memorizes every single thing he reads. So the charisma of the main guy and the smart guy, great. Love them. Also, the main guy's secretary, Donna, very funny. Highly recommend that show if you're looking for a show with like 9 seasons. And then Hawkeye. I watched all of Hawkeye. Genesis. I finally watched all of Hawkeye. You weren't here. I watched a lot of things. I watched all of Hawkeye to get hype for Echo. The reviews are out. Echo's not good apparently, but that's okay. We're still gonna enjoy it. What?
I said we're gonna enjoy it.
We're gonna enjoy it. I hope.
Yeah,
I hear there's a lot of stupid shit in it, and I'm excited to figure out if it's actually stupid. I'll tell you what. Loved Hawkeye. Definitely in my top of the Marvel shows.
Yeah, Hawkeye is a good show. Hawkeye is definitely revered as one of the good. Sorry, I'm putting comments. Keep talking.
No, you're good. No. This is why I said hold it till the end. If it's for this, because we haven't talked about it. So you can have comments here. But Hawkeye, what is that? 6 episodes, I think.
It was a 6-episode show. It is definitely looked at as one of the high points of Phase 4.
Yeah, worth going back to, worth streaming, I would say. Jeremy Renner, great. Haley Steinfeld, great.
Absolutely.
Wilson Fisk, great.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's building up a whole different universe.
That's a whole thing, yeah. Action-wise, pretty good. Nothing like crazy, but pretty good.
No. Some of the arrow scenes are pretty cool.
Yeah, again, Jeremy Renner, great as Hawkeye, always been good as Hawkeye. Always liked him as Hawkeye. I just like Jeremy Renner in general. Haley Steinfeld, great as Hawkeye. I don't know if she ever got a name. I'm pretty sure she's also Hawkeye.
She's the replacement Hawkeye for him. Once he retires.
But like it's fine. I like how we got a lot more on his time as the oh god, what is his name?
The Ronin.
The Ronin, thank you. I like how we got more on that. I liked how it was Christmas themed. It was nice just coming off of Christmas. It's nice to just go back a little bit and just be like, this is nice. Yeah, I like how his children are the same actors from Age of Ultron. Usually they replace those fucks, you know what I mean? Consistency, they kept them. Like that. Yeah, predictable that the mom was bad. Like her stepdad, nice guy. Always seemed like a nice guy. Obvious her mom was evil. Mostly because of the caliber of actress they got to play her. It's Vera Farmiga, the mom from oh god, what's it? Yeah, you know. Yeah, I knew you would know. Yeah, she's in it. She's not in it too much, but she's great in it. And then Tony Dalton plays the stepdad, which he's in Better Call Saul, and he's fantastic in that. But he's not really doing too much in this. But he was good. I liked it. But overall, I liked it a lot. Echo seemed fun. I mean, not really. She seemed sad, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Hawkeye. Watched it all. Liked it. So that's that. And then the ninth thing I watched, or the ninth thing I've done, I watched a movie called Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. And in my notes, I put Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. In parentheses, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? What the fuck? What in the fuck? What the fuck? End parentheses. Now, I don't know if you guys want me to go into a topic about this immediately.
Go for it.
Okay. Warning, do not watch this movie. What are we calling him this week? Figure that out. Somebody figure that out.
Carpet.
Carpet, perfect.
Oh, I like it.
Kevin, you always like the carpet. I like to lick them.
I do. I like carpet.
Thank you. So Carpet, he watched this movie. This is a Zack Snyder movie, if you're not aware. Zack Snyder, acclaimed director, I mean, mostly hated.
Yep.
Mostly a cinematographer. Somehow keep getting director jobs. I like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think Man of Steel's great. Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut has its moments. Zack Snyder should never touch a camera again in his life. This movie is awful. And I don't want to just say that this movie is awful. I want to take you guys on a little bit of a journey of what I was texting Carpet as the movie went on. And I want to set the scene for you. It was a Friday night. I was home. I was told a snowstorm was coming. Everyone in my life lied to me except Kevin.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You always trust weatherman and news reporter Kevin.
Yeah. For some reason, I just can't trust my mom. Doesn't know how to read a weather report and doesn't know where we live, I guess. No offense to my mom. She does her best. But I was told a snowstorm was coming. I've been loving these tacos from this local place called James's Taco Place or whatever, Jim's Steakout. That's what it's called, James Steakout, I believe. Very fancy. I've been getting chicken tacos from them. They're fully wrapped, so they're technically burritos, but I don't care. I've been getting those. So I bought 6 of them. They're big. And I was like, I'm going to eat these throughout the weekend because there's a snowstorm coming. No, barely any snow came. I also have Carpet for the holidays got me this giant hoodie. It's I don't even know, like a 10XL hoodie that it's yellow and it's got corgis on it. Kevin, you would like it because it's yellow and also the corgis are adorable. I'll text a picture sometime.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I'm sitting in my underwear in this giant hoodie that acts like a dress. If you've ever seen the episode of The Simpsons where he gets really fat and puts on that blue dress, that's what I feel like when I wear this thing. It's very comfortable. Also, I gave up pop
right now.
But yeah,
what?
I gave up pop.
What?
I had to cut out something. And so I chose to cut out pop, except when I get Jim's Steakout, because they actually have Code Red. So I get a Code Red. So I had 6 tacos. I had a Code Red. I was in my giant comfortable hoodie, and I had peanut M&Ms because I was like, I want to watch something. Carpet texted me, and he was like, watch this movie. And I was like, I don't want to. Because even though I'm a Zack Snyder fan, Netflix is doing a dumb piece of shit move where they're trying to cash in on the director's cut of Zack Snyder. So Rebel Moon Part 1 comes out, and then Part 2 comes out in March. And then they will release director's cuts of both, so they can capitalize on people viewing both. I know, it's crazy.
What the hell's the point of that?
What? Because they're trying to capitalize. Hey, your words, not mine. So they're doing that. So the director's cut's not out yet, and the second part's not out yet. So I texted Carpet, I don't want to. I want to wait. And Carpet said, please. And I said, absolutely not. And he said, please. And I said, I really don't want to watch it. And he said, I know. I'm so alone, LOL. And I was like, okay, you've convinced me. I will watch it. As soon as my tacos come, I'm sitting down. I'm having a good time. Do you guys get the picture now? How happy I was to be in an
You
element.
were. Yeah.
I was in my element. If I turned on the Batman, I would have fell asleep at like 9 p.m. and woke up at like 11 a.m. the next day and had the best day ever. But I didn't. I watched this movie.
Oh no.
The movie opens up with a space vagina. And Anthony Hopkins narrating. When I say it opens up with a space vagina, I'm literally not kidding. I am sending pictures to the cast here. Even though Carpet already got these, he's going to get them again, and he'll probably comment, we don't have to worry about it. So there's the space vagina. Please view, and now you understand. Okay, so I sent that picture to Carpet with the word "fuck you," the words, if you will, and then I said Anthony Hopkins sounds real old. And then the movie started, and my first comment was, "This is ugly so far. I like this actress though." The movie starts with her farming. There are 17 shots in slow motion of her farming. In the first 4 minutes of the film. And the movie does this weird focal lens thing where it will change the focus point, and the actress is so in focus that literally everything around and behind her is blurry. And then they go like in an interior, and it's sickening how terrible this looks. My one thing I can have when I watch a Zack Snyder movie is if I mute it, I can look at the beautiful cinema that's occurring in front of me. This was one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my entire life. The CGI is there's too much of it. It's terrible. It doesn't look like it was filmed with the idea of CGI. They were like, we'll just add it in post. Every green screen is so obvious. I'm pretty sure they use the LED walls because it has that stupid Star Wars effect. It looks fucking terrible. Okay. The actress, though, great actress. She's the bad lady in Kingsman with the knife legs. She knows how to. She's good at choreography. Her movie roles have been kind of shit. So she's had some bad luck. The next thing I say is there is a curtain that separates this woman who lives in a room with an old guy. They are not in love. He's not her father. He rescued her at some point. And in this curtain, they throw up. The curtain's completely see-through. And then she starts to get changed. And I sent you a picture. There's some glare on it, but you see the curtain. You see the lady. It's very strange. She's on the right side. It's very strange. The curtain's pointless, and it pissed me off. I know it's a small detail, but at this point, I'm already on a roll with hate. Okay? Okay. Then the movie continued, and I typed, this is blurry as shit sometimes, like a focus is way too much. And I was upset saying it's usually a visual feast. This is kind of ass so far. And then the bad guy showed up. He's the bad guy in Deadpool. He's also the bad guy in everything else. Ed Skrein is the actor's name. And I said the bad guy is good. A bad guy in literally everything else. And then some spoiler shit that I'm going to ruin because I don't care. And if you choose to be upset about this, go fuck yourself. And I don't want to know you because you shouldn't like this movie. Corey Stoll, the bad guy in Ant-Man, every actor in this is a bad guy in some other thing, plays a guy named the Father. He is killed immediately. And this one guy, Gunnar, it's because he spoke up. And that's it. And then there's a robot, and they do something very cool. This robot works for the Empire. This is a Star Wars knockoff, by the way. Also a Seven Samurai knockoff. So don't worry, you've seen this film. Anthony Hopkins voices a robot, and the robot is from the old king's army. And after the old king died, all the robots stopped fighting. It was in their program. Apparently, nobody knows robots enough to make them fight. So they just use them as like basically workers for everything. And then there was a weird rapey guy that looked exactly like Michael Shannon from a distance, but not at all up close. And he was terrible. And they were mean to this one girl, the soldiers that were there occupying this town. And then Anthony Hopkins got a flower crown as the robot. And then the score was pretty good. And we're about 20 minutes into the movie. I said the score was pretty good. Right after I said this, the score went away. I never heard it again. So that it's gone. And then there's a group attempted rape scene. And then the main girl's like, I gotta do something. And then she goes to do something. And the action is horribly cut. It's slow motion that transitions into slower motion. It's out of focus. It looks terrible. And it has a lot of reaction scenes. So, yeah.
I like those.
Yeah, no, awful. Literally awful. And then Anthony Hopkins as the robot, he picks up a gun and he shoots the bad guy. And people are like, wow. Then the robot runs away and you never see him again until the end when he's wearing antlers. Don't ask me why. I will not see the sequel. I do not care. And then I text Carpet and I say, I'm eating a chicken taco from Jim's. I'm wearing the Corgi hoodie. I got a code red. I got peanut M&Ms, and this movie fucking sucks. I should be in heaven right now. And about that time, I sent a text to a good buddy of mine. And I said, don't watch Rebel Moon. Don't fucking watch Rebel Moon. It's terrible. That was to Desinoto. I was now 35 minutes into the movie. For some reason, Cary Elwes pops up as a king, and he's clearly wearing a wig, and it looks terrible, and all the CGI is trash. And then the main dude who got the father killed, the one town dude, he decides to come on the little adventure, even though he literally brings no skills to the table, and we're in this mess because of him, and I have no idea why he decided to come along. And I was like, what? Why did he come along? Did I miss this? And I backed up, and I watched some of the movie again, and there's literally no reason. He just decides to come, and nobody argues it, and it's stupid. And then there's a knockoff bar scene like in Star Wars, and there's a man controlled by a bug. Like a bug is sitting on the table, and a man has like a bunch of tentacles to him, and he's talking, but it's clearly the bug controlling him. Pretty neat idea. Looked terrible. And then the main actor from Sons of Anarchy shows up, and he's supposed to be like this Han Solo guy. A minute after he showed up, I took a picture of him and sent it to Carpet saying, this guy sucks. And then I said, secret bad guy found, because that's how predictable this movie is, and I already knew. Now, I would like to read something by a former co-host and dead man, Giuseppe Jones. If you're a fan of any movie released in the past 30 years, you should not be a fan of Rebel Moon. The whole film was a series of ripoffs from ghosts of franchisees past, and all Zack Snyder knows how to do is copy and paste with panache. We don't respect this man. We don't like this man. This man is right. And I hate to say that on this podcast, but this is the only thing he's been right about for the past 2 years. And it's upsetting. Then Jason Momoa shows up, but it's not Jason Momoa. It's a native guy who looks enough like Jason Momoa. You think he's cool, but he's not. And he's a slave. And the slave master's like, if you want to recruit this guy, the whole movie's about recruiting these people. This is the rest of the movie now. So it's the terrible guy, the main lady, and now this native guy, and they're trying to recruit him, but he's a slave, and the slave master's like, you got to pay me $1 billion jillion. Money's not real here. And they're like, we can't afford that. And he's like, you know what? I'll make a bet. If he can train that bird Like, if he can tame that bird, he can have his freedom. And I was like, why? Why are we doing this? Then you get the Harry Potter scene where he's taming the bird. And then it's all shot in slow motion, and then he's free. And then we go meet a giant. Also, this was really ugly. Then we meet a giant spider, played by Jenna Malone. It's a giant spider body, kind of like a set with a centaur's like upper half. For the head. I don't know. It makes no sense. Don't ask me. I didn't fucking design it. But it's Jenna Malone. Great actress. Not in too much. Fucking terrible role to put her in. The spider fights people. It fights this one lady. The spider's killing children because her children died or something. I don't know. Also, we're here trying to recruit this one lady. I don't know her name. It's something with an N. I'm not looking it up. I don't care enough, and I don't want to give IMDb the tracking like this movie's popular. And they never asked this lady to join them. And then the lady fights the spider. And again, a couple shots, it's like, this is hideous. And then there's like one like kind of a long shot, and it's like, oh, this is nice. And then immediate starts cutting to like people's reactions to this lady fighting the spider, and the reactions are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. It's just actors opening their mouth, going, oh, whoa, but there's no sound, and it's all in slow motion. And again, we do slow motion transitions to slow motion to even slower motion transition shots. I don't know. I don't get it.
Dear.
Then we fight the spider. The spider's dead, okay? I text Carpet. Big ol' spider sounds like Jenna Malone. Oh, it is. Why? And then the fight started, and I'm like, oh, a fight with the spider. And then, in all caps, stop showing reaction shots and show the fucking action, Zach. And then the spider, at one point, uses its legs. Oh, the character's name is Nemesis. Look at me texting it to Carpet. The spider uses its legs to fight Nemesis, but then Gunnar jumps in the way, and then the lady tries to hit him with her arms and doesn't use the spider's legs. And then I said again, why is he here? Then that scene is over, and I said, what was the point of the spider? And also, why did you do this to me? And then I'm watching this on my computer on Netflix, and I hit the mouse, and I realize I still have 1 whole hour left. This movie has dragged. I can't. Let me tell you a story about a man in prison for 35 years, and then he realizes that it's only been 1 hour, and he has 1,035 years left. That's how I felt. And then Carpet texted back, why does everyone just stand there? No one even talks to the sword lady. She just appears and stays that way. That's basically what it is. You don't really hear from her. She's in the background. Then also it was a knockoff Blade Runner hallway leading up to the spider fight. And then there was some background story. And then the main actress tells like her story to that piece of shit guy, and then she literally turns to the camera and says, so that's my tale and reasons. Like that is a line from the film. That she like, what's your motivation? She literally tells her story and then her motivations, and then she just says that with a fucking line. And I said it reminded me of the Detroit Become Human trailers, where they would be like, my name is Connor, and this is my story. Like, it reminded me of that. And I said the dialogue kind of hurts me. Like, physically, I have pain. Then there was a wide shot of a gladiator arena, and I was like, hell yeah, Jimon Honsu is in this movie, and his biggest role is in the film Gladiator, so I knew he was coming up. Then they showed him, and he was dirty, and then they give him a shower, and they're like, you're the most strategic general in the world, we need you. And they clean him, and he's like, okay. Then we leave. We don't do anything in the gladiator arena. He doesn't fight. It's just, I don't know what happened. And And then there's some shitty chair torture device that's trash. And then they get caught. And then a battle ensues. The piece of shit guy, you find out he's in love with the lady, the main lady, and you should know that because he gave her one look earlier in the movie. I can't even tell you what chemistry they have because I'm pretty sure they don't. Ray Fisher, who was in Justice League, who was Cyborg, and Zack Snyder was like, I'm giving him a big role in this movie. He's in it for 4 minutes, and then he dies in the dumbest way. Kevin, this scene is for you that plays out here. He jumps off a staircase into a man in a turret, and he kills the man in the turret, and the man in the turret kills him. And then he slightly falls forward and hits a switch, and the whole ship crashes. And everyone online, including myself, is like, why the fuck is a guy in a turret controlling the whole fucking ship? Why does he have ship controls? Why is that? And then the final fight's over. There's like some shit. And then Jimon Hansu gives a speech that's fucking terrible. And then there's more exposition. And then the fucking robot pops up with the antlers. And I said Anthony Hopkins robot is Loki. And then you find out that the main girl's the daughter of the bad king. Or, like, his adopted daughter. He stole her after he killed her family and then raised her to be evil, but then she turned. And then it was trash. It was all fucking trash. Then the movie ended, and then there was a trailer for the second one, and I watched the trailer, and I was like, absolutely not. I skipped a very important part, and I want to play a little game. The movie is about a bunch of farmers and a former, like, evil person who's now good, living with the farmers. The evil people come down to this planet because they want one thing, and they will return in 10 weeks. What do you think the evil people traveled galaxies to get on this planet? Genesis, I'm going to start with you. Wow, that's disappointing.
Nope. Hang on. Wait, relax. I had to run back and grab my controller real quick. They wanted. What is the one thing they wanted from this planet?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think a space army wants from this group of farmers?
Their crops.
Okay. Desinoto, do you have a guess? I'm not saying Genesis is wrong. Desinoto, do you have a guess? They traveled very far to get here.
They could have also wanted their horses. I don't know.
Desinoto, are you here?
He's dead.
What the fuck? Where did everybody go?
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm ready. I already have my answer.
Kevin, you can go.
Gasoline.
Yeah, oh, interesting. Fuel. Fuel makes sense. Fuel makes sense. Desinoto, are you back? Are
It
you
really
dead?
doesn't, but...
Fuel makes more sense than the actual reason.
I was gonna say crops because maybe they're just out of food back on
The
their
actual
land.
reason.
Like, Earth is...
The actual reason is so stupid. Genesis is right with crops.
Oh.
Because the reason they come to this farm planet is they want to have control, and they're like, we're going to return in 10 weeks for crops. And the people in the farm planet are like, we only can grow like 10 acres, however big land is, of crops. And then the bad guy's like, perfect, we'll take 12. And they're like, we literally cannot provide that or we'll starve to death. And the guy's like, I don't care, see you in 10 weeks. This movie is about an evil space army that's traveling around. They go to one area and they demand them to give them wheat. The movie is about a space army who needs wheat that would literally only last 3 days on the fucking ship that they have. And the whole movie is about the main girl going around recruiting people to fight the people when they come back in 10 weeks. Now, that is the stupidest plot element of a space movie. That's stupider than Fuel. Fuel I can understand. Food I cannot, because they didn't have a problem with food. They didn't talk about their struggles with food. They just said, we want the food, we're coming back for it. Why? What are you doing? I wanted to slit my wrists this entire movie. I wouldn't recommend this on my worst enemy. I'm not recommending it to any of you. It's not even worth watching just to see how shitty it is. It's just a bad time. It's boring. It's slow. It takes forever. There's so much slow motion. Carpet didn't want to be alone on the island of pain and misery. And I understand that. Like when you're falling off a cliff and you're like, I want a friend to be here with me when I die. So I call Kevin up. Kevin comes up to the cliff, and he falls with me, and we die. That's what Carpet did to me. That's what I feel. Kevin, thank you. I appreciate that. But if you're ever falling off a cliff, don't call me. Because I am no longer friends with Carpet, I don't think. I don't think our relationship can handle this. Because this was one of the worst films I have ever watched in my entire life. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. I didn't have fun. When I saw there was an hour left, I wanted to scream. When the final action scene started, I wanted to cry. And I'm like, yeah, of course I could turn it off. I don't do that. I finish what I'm watching. I also don't fast forward, Kevin. Because for some reason, I have a stupid thing in my brain that goes, if you fast forward, you technically didn't watch all of it, like it was intended. Don't be like me. Turn something off if it's bad. I am a worse person. This is the worst year. This ruined my life. This is my last podcast. I am killing myself. This is not a joke. It was fucking terrible. It was so bad. And honestly, it is a joke, but I kind of want to fall through it. Just so there's some fucking, like, fallout over this shit film and Netflix for putting out this piece of shit. Zack Snyder, I am sorry that how you got here. I don't know what the fuck happened to you. His movie's terrible. Whoever helped you write it is terrible. There is rumors that this was written with AI. That's how terrible this fucking movie is. There is literally a rumor that the main director and writer thought people think he used AI to write this movie. That's how bad this movie... Do you know how bad something has to be for someone to think AI took part in writing it? Have you ever seen AI writing? It's fucking terrible. I hate this movie. I hate everything about it. I hate everything except you guys. You guys are good. Don't watch this. Don't ever watch this. Desonoto probably killed himself because of how terrible this movie sounded. Don't ever watch it. Tune in March for my part 2 review. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm not watching part 2. I'm not. Man. No, I'm not. Kevin, I'm not. I really wanted to cry while I was watching this movie. It was so bad. It was an insult to everything. I thought we were going to get like, ooh, this is good. Usually I see a Zack Snyder film and I go, oh yeah, the director's cut might fix this. You guys remember when I saw Batman v Superman? I was like, oh man. I cried during that movie because I didn't like Batman killing. But also I was like, the director's cut will fix it, the ultimate cut. And the ultimate cut fixed some things. You know? I was a big fan of the Snyder Cut before it came out, and then it came out, and it was really good.
I love the Snyder Cut.
It's wonderful. And I thought I would get something pretty good here. I thought I was going to have a visual feast, at least. I did not. No, I was tortured.
You had death on a plate.
If I was a U.S. Marine, and I was overseas, and they put me in a room and waterboarded me, they won't get my secrets. They put 1 minute of this movie on, I will talk and betray the United States because it's fucking terrible, and I'd rather get waterboarded.
You heard it first, folks. Please don't hire or enlist Adam in the military, please. 'Cause
I have a
will-
major weakness. If you play Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, I will literally crumble. Literally will crumble. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'll never bring this movie up again because it's fucking terrible, and it ruined my day. And I was so I was so happy. I should have watched something good.
Should have watched Teletubbies. You would have probably felt better watching that.
I've talked about how much I hate the movie Jupiter Ascending. Carpet and I have a new appreciation for Jupiter Ascending. That's how bad this is. A movie I've criticized for like 9 years. I'm like, that was alright, actually. Oh, that's it. The end.
Cool.
No more topic.
Okay. Oh, man. All right. Cool. Adam, thank you for your lengthy discussion about Rebel Moon, A Child on Fire. That's what it should have been called, because you set all these children on fire in this movie. All right. So, Kevin, you got anything you want to talk about?
I do.
All right, go for it.
All right. So, Arcane Season 2
Where's
teaser
Deathnote?
came out.
Where's Deathnote?
I don't know where he is, but this is his time to shine with me.
Oh my god.
That son of a... Someone go find him, choke him out, and bring him here.
I'm gonna hold him hostage and make him watch Rebel Moon.
No!
Oh,
No! No.
Anyway. Does anybody else have a topic? We could maybe wait for this in a row.
I'll go right now because we'll wait for Deathnote
Alright.
to come back. I don't know where the hell he went.
Went to talk to his mom.
Probably. I want to just quickly. Mama. I wanted to just quickly talk about what kind of went on today on YouTube. Matt Pat retiring.
Wait,
lot
what?
of Matt Pat's retiring.
Why?
He basically, to sum it up, it's definitely tearing into a lot of his family life. Consistently doing what he does for
13
YouTube
years.
and, yeah, it's a long time he's been doing this. It's been cutting into his family life. He wants to see his son grow up. He misses spending time with his wife. Without having to think about theories and this and that. And he's getting older. He's like, I'm 37, and
He never did. He's got writers for that.
well,
Yeah, he's been the main person still.
yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, and the
So-
reason writers
Didn't sound
are
like that for a lot. But...
the reason the writers have been moving in lately is because he's planning for them to take over.
Yeah, so he hired a bunch of people to take the company over. The company's not shutting down. Game Theories is still going to continue. It's just he may show up for like cameos and things like that later on. He said, but he's not. He's done it. I think he said in March he's done. Like,
Yeah.
He's saying the goodbye video now, but I think his last video is going to come out in March.
Yeah, he has a retirement party he's calling the rest of his videos until March, where they're revisiting some old theories, doing crazier ones, and like.
Yeah.
And then he talked about like the fashion theorist one, like all the other channels. Like he's still gonna be on them every so often, because he's just stepping back from like the management role or the creative role. He's gonna be like a hands-off manager and kind of handle that. So
essentially, he's saying his goodbye to the internet, though. He brought up a couple other content creators. I don't know any of them except for Captain Sparkles. I think I don't know any of the other guys. Apparently, they're all oldies of YouTube.
yeah.
It's odd. Reddit's going on fire right now for just talking about MatPat and what about other YouTubers who've been on for years, like Markiplier and things like that. They're like, oh, is this?
You can't replace them
for that. Yeah. Essentially, a lot of people are theorizing this might be the year that a lot of these heavy hitters or founding fathers of YouTube end up just leaving or quitting because it's time. They've been doing it for years, and it's an interesting thing just to read some of the things that people were saying. One of the ones that had retired first was PewDiePie. He's done. He's retired. He's been retired for 2 years now. He moved to Japan. He had his kid, and he posts videos as Felix every once in a while. But that PewDiePie persona is gone. It's dead. You know, it's an odd thing. Oh, welcome back, Dustin. Thank God.
There you are, you piece of shit.
Sorry.
It's an odd thing that we're seeing these big icons of YouTube leaving, and to me at least, what's left on YouTube is like a lot of just garbage coming up on YouTube now. I still watch YouTube for a lot of good things, and I'm sure I don't consume a lot of the good media that's on YouTube besides what I watch on a daily basis. But like, I feel like there's a lot of. Yeah, I'm sure. I didn't mean that sarcastic. I didn't mean that sarcastic.
Yeah, it sounded like it, but we know.
No.
We know.
I meant that in a real way. Like I'm sure you would, because I clearly don't watch a lot of the good content on YouTube. I think Heath is good. Like I watch Markiplier most of the time now, and God, there's not many other big YouTubers I watch anymore. MadPap was another one of them, and he's gone now. Or he's going now. It's just an odd thing. Weird, how 2024 is kicking off. Some of these YouTubers had started saying their goodbyes at the end of 2023, but it seems like 2024 is kicking off, and a lot of these guys are deciding it's time for me to move on with my life. It's so crazy, though, to think that he's 37, and he can take a step back and enjoy his life now without having to worry about working a daily grind. That much money has come to him that he is financially stable, he's all good, doesn't have to worry about anything at 37. I'm 31, and I'm like, damn, I cannot think that way in 5 years, because I know it will be that way in 5 years. Unless I win the lottery.
It's 36. Maybe if you got better at math, you'd be more properly ready. So.
Well, no, I'm turning 32 this year. That's why I said 5 years.
Well, 5 years from right now is still 36. So just want to throw that out there.
All right, so 5 years from my next date of birth.
Your next date of birth, interesting.
Yeah, my next date of birth.
Weird way to say that, but all right. You do you, man. You do you.
Genesis Part 2.
Oh, no. He's back.
Starring Jason Statham as Jesus Christ.
Oh
God.
Wow. All right, okay. I'm down to watch that one.
I'm a fucking beekeeper.
Anybody have any thoughts on this whole topic? I know it got posted in the chat, but
I didn't really watch that guy ever.
Yeah, neither did I. Yeah, no,
but
I did. It sucks.
Yeah, Matt Pat is one of the ones where I'm like, I'm glad he's here, but because he just seemed like a genuinely nice person.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But also, theories are stupid. So.
I like theories.
Every theory video I saw is like overreaching and like, it's just not for me. It's not for me. But I think it sucks that he's leaving. I'm glad the channel is continuing. I hope it's well liked. He compared it to Doctor Who, or what he hopes it to be Doctor Who, that other people can do it. It's not a new idea when it comes to YouTube, because Ray William Johnson, one of the big OGs, he got replaced at some point, and that just did not work out, and then he came back at some point too.
I think that was due to money, or just he wanted to come back.
I think he just wanted to come back, and probably money. Another YouTuber I liked named Tom Scott, he semi-retired. He inspired Matt Pat to do this. Matt Pat said out in his video, Tom Scott has been uploading every Monday for the past 10 years and has not missed.
Wow.
Yeah. And his videos are like short form content of like, hey, look at this interesting thing in the world I found. I'm here in Spain. Look at this crazy thing. And he's been, Kevin, you know who Tom Scott is. He's the guy who introduced us to Only Connect. So heavy loss there, but he said he's just taking some time off. He's doing other stuff, like he's still doing his podcast, but he'll come back. Not to do weekly, but just to do whatever he wants to do. Because he probably has enough money to do that, and it's not worth uploading every week. So
at some point, you really don't have to do that.
yeah.
anymore.
So yeah, big YouTubers are gonna retire. Hell, Jenna Marbles left 2 years ago at this point, and it's like, fucking come back, please. You're so funny. Like, there's so many big YouTubers that come and go. Some stay for 10 years and then they leave, and it's crazy. Fucking Smosh just reunited. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna mention them because they came back too after their channel.
yeah, they came back.
Was it
Yeah,
doing
there's
well or was it not doing well?
what?
Smosh when they left.
Didn't they rebrand or something?
Yeah, well, Smosh was owned by a company called Defy Media. Defy Media was trash company, and then they basically went under. And then Smosh had no money, and then Rhett and Link bought them. And then one of them left, and Anthony Padilla is the one who left. He went to go. He started his own channel where he interviewed creators. So he got a lot of creators like opening up about a lot of stuff, and that was great. And Smosh was already at that point like a business with multiple employees doing like sketch comedy and stuff. And they were still pretty popular, but they weren't as popular as they once were. But then they decided to bring Anthony back, and Anthony and Ian bought the company back from Rhett and Link. And now they run Smosh, and they still work with Mythical a lot because Trevor from Mythical Kitchen is now part Smosh cast member now too. So Smosh is like more than just the two main, but they are still the main channel. The other channels are everybody else. And they're like one of the internet pioneers of YouTube because they've been on YouTube since like 2007. Like, they've been there for a while.
They've been there for a long time.
But yeah, so like, hey, times change, people go away. The YouTube subscriptions I had 10 years ago are nothing like the YouTube subscriptions I have now. My oldest YouTube subscription is Philip DeFranco. He does like news shows if you've never seen him. He at one point, yeah, he is. At one point, he tried to step back and have somebody else take over, and the audience just wasn't about that. So what he did was he created this vlog channel, and then his audience really liked the vlog people, and those people started getting on more. And then he also created SourceFed, and then that whole thing with Discovery, and there's a bunch of shit in regards to that. But SourceFed is now like a whole news thing that a lot of people are subscribed to. And Philip DeFranco still does weekly shows, but he does it, I think, Monday through Thursday now. So he's shortened his hours. Like, things change. He probably won't be doing it in the next 5 years. He might even retire later this year. Nobody knows. But, like, it sucks Matt is stepping back, but also good for him. If you're going to miss Matt, there are literally thousands of hours of his videos. And I guarantee you haven't seen all of them. So if you really miss Matt, find a new theory.
Like, it's so crazy that at the age of 37, he can just sit back and be like, all right, I'm good now.
Oh,
I'm fine.
You know how many people retire even earlier than that? Yeah. Also, he's not even retiring. He's just going behind the scenes and doing less.
That's good.
He doesn't have to write theories anymore. He's just hosting. He's hosting a fashion show in April with YouTube creators, which is honestly a great idea. And I was like, oh shit, that is a big thing. So like, he's still going to be around. I'm sure he'll show up in some random YouTuber's video going, it's a game theory or something like that. Like, he'll be around. Like, it's not like he's just not going to work anymore. But yeah, he wants to spend more time with his family, and that's exactly what he's can do. So good for him. Congratulations, Matt, on your retirement. Or semi-retirement.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everybody. Do you?
Don't congratulate me.
No, the retirement
What?
people.
Okay.
Yeah. You're good.
Work for life, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're all working for life.
Work till your bones only.
Nice.
All right, Kevin.
Genesis can actually do that because he has diabetes. So if he untreats it, it doesn't treat it like he can turn into bones.
If he
literally.
untreats it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
All right.
You're up, Kevin.
Rip
That's
Matt
not all.
Pat. You will be
better
missed.
be here and ready to goddamn talk. They rip Matt Pat. You will be missed.
Yeah, he did.
That's one of the only things I watch on the weekly. Now I won't be able.
Dr. Mike, baby.
I haven't watched Dr. Mike in a while. He's been doing a lot longer videos, and I'm just not here for it.
That's
And
fair. He has
hasn't
been doing a lot longer videos.
He hasn't done any TikTok things yet, or the
He,
500 crafts and stuff. Those are the best freaking videos.
Yeah. He did a house tour and shit. He bought a nice fucking house.
He bought a nice house. I watched that one.
Yeah, he bought a nice. Also, I love his dog.
His dog Bear.
Yeah, love that dog. It's beautiful. Want to hug it.
But yeah, I've been watching more Gotham Chess, infographic show, and Kyle Hill.
Fucking Kyle Hill! Hell yeah!
Kyle Hill's amazing.
Fucking finally, someone else is watching Kyle Hill.
I've been watching Kyle Hill.
How long have you been watching Kyle Hill?
2 years.
Oh my God, Kevin! I don't know if you know this. I call him Buff Kevin.
All right. I see it.
Oh, Kevin, why are we not talking about Kyle? Oh, fuck.
We gotta talk.
Yeah, we'll get
podcast.
there. We'll get there. Yeah.
Yep. I every time there's a new Half-Life Histories, I'm there. I love watching that series.
I love everything he does.
Very smart man. Very, very good at dumbing things down too.
Yeah.
Very good.
Also very funny
in real life.
Just very funny.
Yeah, he is very
Did
funny.
he work in government in real life?
Apparently he works for the government, I don't know if it's fully, but in part, where he will explain science to people who don't know science.
Yeah. God, he had a video about
probably
the
everybody,
weight of how much would fucking. Oh man, I don't even remember what it was.
There was this one video I haven't watched yet about the Dead Space stomp and could it be done or
Yep.
not.
Yeah, there's so many. He does so many good ones. He's great. So great. What if the Resident Evil's tall lady stepped on you? That one's great. Desinoto highly recommend
I
that.
haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. That was real good.
All right.
He also did a Horizon one.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Dead Space and Callisto Protocol. That was it.
Yeah, it's
I haven't
Horizon
watched
Zero's
them, but I saw it
Dawn
there.
Apocalypse, the science. Could the how things go from bad to worse? Was Elizabeth Sobek's plan actually the only option they had? Does the timeline make sense? Fucking great video.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Love Kyle Hill.
Kyle Hill's great. All right, Destinoro, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Teaser for Arcane Season 2 dropped. All right. I watched this a few times over, and then I went to some internet reaction, and then I kind of reminded myself of what happened at the end of Season 1, and then I ran with it. And we're going to do it right here, right now.
Is this a game theory?
No.
Oh.
No, this is a where I think Season 2 is going, and Destinado, you jump on in whenever you want to, alright? You freaking better. You freaking better.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't do the last part you did where you went back to see what happened at the end of Season 1. Yeah.
Only barely. I'll be honest. I didn't watch the whole last episode or anything like that, but
Okay.
I had to remind myself of a few things.
Yeah, it is kind of fuzzy.
So, in the teaser, you don't really see a whole lot. It's a minute-long teaser. They don't really reveal a whole lot. Things that we do know. Singed, even though we already knew he was in it, is a bigger focal point in this. Looks freaking great. Can't wait. And then there's this weird, chemical and blood transfusion-y kind of thing going on. All very Zahn, so we'll be seeing Zahn in season 2 for sure. And then there's this big man, but not man looking thing in the background that can
Yeah.
only be one character, and that's Warwick.
Hmm.
The legs look right, and the upper body looks like it's probably still has to like undergo whatever transformation is happening.
I didn't think of Warwick. The first one I
Yeah,
thought of was
because that got
Scion.
retconned. Oh, you know what? Could be Scion too.
Big
Is he Zahn?
dude.
I thought he was Noxus.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's on. I don't think he
Maybe
is.
he is Zahn. They
Let me
redid him
see.
too, though. Go check it. Go look it up while I keep talking.
Yeah.
So the thought here, because I do kind of recall this, and I did sort of like, oh yeah, all right. Vander is probably the person that's suspended there. Him becoming Warwick could definitely be a thing. Because Silco is
Scion is
still mad that his
Noxus.
brother,
You're
not
right.
mad, but like Silco still like cares about his brother to an extent. So bringing him back if possible, yeah, he would do that. And Silco has got to be at this point. Silco has to be working with Zahn, or he will be working with Zahn, and it's already been confirmed that he's coming back in season 2 somehow. So, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, there were some other things on the internet that I either like looked at or I read articles that were like, "Oh, this happened." So apparently, the tweet that went out with this teaser said something about a nightmarish augmentation. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna dive into augmentation in a little bit because that's a very key word, and Riot probably chose that specifically. Um, and then there was apparently either a Reddit thing or a Twitter thing where someone asked Riot in general, like, "Hey, what one word would you use to describe season 2?" And there were like a whole bunch of different responses, but all of them kind of fit in with like the theme of um, like reflection and people like coming together, but also being separated at the same time and stuff like that. Um, and there's a lot of relationships that were set up in season 1, so we get to probably see all those fall apart or get
Hmm.
stronger in season 2, which would make sense. But you know, that's really not a whole lot going on there. And now, what did you find for Cyan?
He is Noxus.
He is Noxus. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like it could be Zack, but Zack's all gelatinous and shouldn't have like a definitive form like that. I think it's also too early for Zack. But anyway, Zahn should be involved. I hope we see Twitch.
Oh, wait, what about Mundo?
That's another good one.
Mundo's also Zahn, apparently.
Mundo is Zahn. Could be Mundo
Yeah.
then too.
Or Urgot.
It's not Urgot because Urgot has like way more robotic parts.
Hmm. Oh,
Well,
Warwick does have that thing on
although
his back, too.
yeah, because remember the Warwick used to just be like a werewolf thing, and then they changed up his entire model and added in like the syringes and shit in his back.
Yeah.
Um, but maybe Urgot, if like they're gonna go into his backstory that like maybe his legs don't work, so that's why they build the spider body. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm going Warwick. That's
Yeah,
where
it
my heart
seems
is.
more likely to be Warwick, especially
Um,
from the new art they have of him with all the pipes, and they actually
mhm.
show like blood going to the pipes, and that was like the main thing in that teaser was the whole blood transfusion thing.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't even know what you're talking about with the
So
Warwick thing.
here, I'll send you the splash for Warwick. You can
Oh.
examine.
Um. So, while this is being sent to me, augmentation. Tweeting out a nightmarish augmentation. Um. we already know that Victor is like going to. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, that all kind of.
Yeah, it kind of lines up. Uh, we all know that Victor is like on death's door, or at least it seems like it, because that man, he's not doing well. Um,
No.
so, but in the video game, if you go all the way back to when Victor first came out, you did every time you got your alt, I think, was a Hex Tech core or a Hex core
Yeah,
augmentation.
you should buy it from the
So
shop
yeah,
3 times.
so more than likely he'll do his thing, and that will sever relationships with Jace and Heimerdinger. And I'm gonna double down on this, and I'm gonna bet that both Jace and Victor harness the true power of that Hex core, and maybe even find more, and then both of them will do their things. So Jace will have like his full weapon and armor upgraded through the hex core technology shit, and then Victor will get all his shit, and Heimerdinger will have like his basically 2-star pupils leave him, and he'll be in shambles along with the rest of the council because we I don't know what's gonna happen with Jinx. Jinx's rockets knocking on their door.
The last thing we saw is on the way to that conference room.
And now, okay, so I have a question for you. All right. The one lady on the council who's got like that thing that's like ticking almost around her neck, is that supposed to be like who Oriana is gonna be? Is she gonna like partially die and have to be like
Let me see. We were
what's
talking
the word?
about.
Stabilized through like technology, basically become a cyborg.
I think I have an idea of who you're talking about, but no.
She's not really. She's shown like 2 or 3 times, if I remember right. That's like it. Because that could line up if this rocket's actually going to cause any sort of real damage. I would like to see Twitch though for Zaun's roll call, if you will. Zach might be too early. I don't know if Urgot will get involved or not. If Zaun is being involved, and we're gonna have Victor doing his stuff, there's a couple way. Like either Victor's just gonna come up with like his outfit, his armor, and like all that on his own, or he'll get an idea from something. And I've got some wild theories on how he could potentially brainstorm what he's gonna ultimately look like. Back in season 1, it was mentioned that the hex gates are a necessity for Piltover to complete their trade routes and stuff. Like it allows them to basically teleport so they can trade shit a lot quicker. And there was like issues going on with those, and everybody was freaking out with that. That could be a line to introduce people like Demacia, Ionia, Shurima, whatever. If Shurima is brought into the picture, we could see Azir. And Azir looks very similar to Victor if you want to go with just like a base idea. Both fully armored, capes, and some sort of cane or staff.
Birdman.
Yeah. And I mean that's a stretch, but there's that out there. Or Victor meets up with Noxus and Swain and becomes like Swain's right hand man because Swain also has a cane and cape. Or like I said, he just comes up with it on his own. But I'm gonna go with he has some sort of influence. What were you looking up? Oh, Oriana.
Yeah, trying to see this ending scene here.
Oh, that's true. I don't remember if it's in the ending scene.
Yeah, I still didn't see her yet.
I think it was somewhere around the middle. They were just talking, from what I remember. I don't know. I've dove pretty deep. What do you think? Throw ideas out there. What do you think is going to happen in season 2?
I'm kind of fuzzy on season 1 right now.
It's alright, I kind of am as well, but
Well, it seems like most of what you said is probably likely, like all the Noxus people coming out.
I would think Noxus would show up. Noxus was talked about in the first season, right? I'm not making that up. Pretty sure it was mentioned.
Not
I
just
thought
yet.
Oh wait,
Darius
why am I
might have
saying
been there too.
Noxus? Zon, sorry.
Oh, you mean Zon? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Zon. not Noxus.
Zon would definitely be there. They freaking better be. This is the entire teaser.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with all the clips in the ending scene, and then this teaser thing, which also didn't show a whole lot. He had that little thing in his hand, like a
Yeah, there's like
what's
a
that called?
watch or like a locket.
Yeah, locket. Yeah, but it didn't show you what's inside
It
the
still
fucking
didn't
locket.
show you because he had it in the freaking end of the first season too, and I'm like, ooh. So you know what that means, and you know what that means, Destino. We're gonna cry like little bitches if we figure out what's up with that locket. Because
I'm watching. I'm like, is he gonna show us? Is he gonna show us? Is he gonna show us? Nope.
You know that's gonna be the saddest thing.
Oh my god. God damn it.
I'm excited to learn about Singed.
Yeah.
Which I guess we could say that's been heavily hinted at too, with that freaking locket still being like such a focal point. He's always fidgeting with it, even
I
when he's
wonder
got like
whose
he's
pictures
freaking
in there.
yeah. Has blood being, or he is going through a blood transfusion. Wow, those words were so hard to find. And the whole time he's doing that, he's like, oh, this locket.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems really have in deep thought about something while going through this massive blood transfusion that's just like you see his veins pumping.
Oh yeah.
His arm. Like.
Yeah, it's wild. Season 2 is gonna be great. I can't wait. November. Ugh. We got a ways.
God, still so far.
I know. But it'll be okay, because when it comes out, we can both binge it.
Yes.
And then we'll take over the entire podcast.
It's gonna be 3 years since the first season came out.
Yeah, oh my god.
That's probably why I'm like not able to recall too much.
Yeah. But I will say, I mean, just that teaser, art still looks real good.
Oh yeah.
Top notch. Oh baby.
I don't know where they find these people. Every single like music video or
I know everything.
Just media property Riot Games puts out just looks fucking insane.
Do we get a new song from Imagine Dragons, or is it the same one?
What was did they have one for Arcane Season 1?
Yeah, Enemy.
Oh, okay. I'm sure they'll probably make a new song, yeah.
Do they make? Oh man, that song, I was like, oh my god, Imagine Dragons, are you serious? And then like
no, the choral versions. This is where I jump in on this. I don't watch the show, I don't care, I never will. The choral versions of those songs are so fucking good. Oh! Sorry, anyways. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors. So good.
Yeah, I don't know how they do what they do with their music. Riot Games' music crew is just something else.
Yeah. Also, they got the Nickelback of our day
track.
with Imagine Dragons. So
yeah, I think we get a new intro, like new intro visuals. Probably keep the song. I don't see why you should change it. Because if I remember right, the visuals were all like the characters from season 1, for the most part. There might have been like
I'm
2
gonna
that
watch
weren't
this
in it.
right now. I'm
All right.
gonna watch this music video right now.
Oh, yeah, he's watching it.
A lot of these
Man, I
visuals
can't.
seem to do with Jinx and Vi. So, I mean, with the shift as the show is taking, is this still going to be about Jinx and Vi?
I mean, they're definitely not done.
What a fucking song!
But I mean,
Like with this teaser, it just seems like it's going to be less about them and more about maybe everybody else.
that's the thing. So are they going to just completely shift away from that? We won't even know what happens with the aftermath of Jinx? Or are they
Maybe
gonna
they'll wrap it up
maybe?
somewhat. Not like
I
entirely.
kind of. What do I want? What do I want out of season 2? I want. You know what? We're just gonna go there. What I want out of season 2, a deep dive into Singed, and it freaking better be there, and I'm ready to bawl my eyes out.
I mean, with how much they've been showing this, man, it has to be like one of their main prerogatives for this season.
Apparently the one lady who's on the council is becoming a champion in 2024. I forget her name. She was the older black lady.
Oh, the one like the Egyptian looking,
Yeah.
or
And I think she's the
the
one
one
who
who,
mentions. She either mentions Noxus or a different like group. I think it's Noxus. When like other diplomats come. I would like to see Twitch, because we're gonna need some comedic relief, and Twitch would definitely be the perfect character for that, especially if you're gonna focus on Zaun. What you call it? Warwick would be really cool to see. Urgot would be cool. I somehow don't think we're gonna get it. Mundo would be awesome as well, and potential comedic relief as well from potentially very, very serious and depressing season 2. It would be cool to get either Demacia or Noxus to show up. You could have like Darius and Garen, Draven, Katarina.
I wonder if they're gonna go anywhere away, like away from Zaun itself,
What do you mean?
like straying away from those champions as a whole,
Oh,
and
yeah.
start introducing like the other people, like you're saying.
I mean, technically, season 1 you had Piltover and you had Undercity. I don't even think Undercity existed in League of Legends lore, unless Vi is that in Vi's lore. Well, we wouldn't know now. We'd have to go back to previous Vi lore, because they probably updated it all to match the show at this point, or maybe they didn't. I don't know.
What's Heimerdinger from?
Heimerdinger's Piltover.
Okay, so they pretty much.
Well, we
just
don't know where he's
Piltover
from though, because that'll probably be whenever they talk about Yordles, like Rumble. There has to be some sort of past with Heimerdinger and Rumble. I want that to be true. Rumble's like that freaking no. Rumble, Ziggs, and Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger gives up on them and goes to Piltover because those two are just freaking like breaking shit, blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Ziggs would be a really cool person to introduce as well. I wonder if Jinx meets Ziggs. Or, because, like, we haven't seen her traps and stuff work yet, right? Or did they at the very end?
I feel like we saw
Like,
something
one
about
work?
the trap. Yeah.
Because, like, there was the accidental-ish one that worked and killed the other 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
And that that sent her in an interesting spiral of madness,
Mm-hmm.
which was, oh my god, that was depicted so freaking well. Love the
Yeah.
artistic choices there. Oh,
We haven't
right.
seen Ezreal, Camille, Heimerdinger, and Seraphine and Oriana from Piltover. Those are all Piltover. We haven't seen any of those yet.
Okay.
So those are still people that could show up too.
Well,
In
Oriana, like
Piltover.
I said, if we do see the aftermath of the rocket and that one person is
Yeah.
basically on death's door, could be.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know about the others though. I feel like Ezreal would have to be introduced in another land, right? Because he's like the treasure seeker sort of guy, thrill seeker. He's Indiana Jones, but for
He's the
Piltover.
most anime man out of all of them.
He is.
Camille maybe being part of the police force.
Maybe.
Pretty much copying Toph, like 1-to-1.
Yeah. Is that Caitlyn's love interest? Future love interest?
Who?
Or are we gonna continue? Huh?
Who?
Camille.
Uh,
Because what? No, Caitlyn is falling for somebody. Who the hell is she falling
Vi.
for? Was it? Or was there somebody else?
Caitlyn
Maybe it
Vi,
is
yeah.
Vi. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's gonna take
Yeah.
up, but maybe.
Because somebody went to the other person's bedroom.
You went into my bedroom.
I think it was Vi visiting Caitlyn's room. The other way
Maybe.
around, I don't remember. But they're pretty much like together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want? What do you want out of season 2? Go
Hmm.
wild.
Hmm. I mean, I'd probably just love to see my favorite champions of the show.
Okay.
Just show up, like
who are those?
Akali.
Oh, I don't even know who she's for. She Noxus as well?
Let's see.
Or is she just there?
I know she's with like Shen and all of them. Ionia.
Oh, she's Ionia. Okay.
Yeah, she's with like Shen and Aurelia and Zed.
Talon is Noxus though, right? I know one of the assassins is, other than Katarina.
Talon's Noxus.
Okay.
God, there's so much like content they could make with the
There's
number,
so much.
just the sheer number of champions and different
Mm-hmm.
backgrounds they have. It's fucking crazy.
It is. It's absolutely wild. I'm so excited to see where this goes.
And the fact that they didn't think to make any animated shows for their like almost 200 champions now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's
Till
high.
a few years ago, it was kind of nuts. And this
Yeah.
game is still alive and well.
Well, let me tell you about the game. I can't wait for frickin' Smolder to come out. Have you seen that champion reveal?
I saw them. I didn't watch the video though. I just saw
80
that it was
carry with
announced.
an ult that can crit, and it's an AoE.
Oh god! See, this is the other thing I hate about this game. They literally find the best ways to make new broken champions every single time, and then I just don't feel like playing it anymore. And then I come back and play it.
That's the cycle. That's why you play ARAM.
But then ARAM sucks because you can't pick your champion.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I hate about ARAM.
That's why I like ARAM. And I don't have to
It's
think.
good. It's good once in a while, but I couldn't play like a day of ARAM or a whole day of
I
just
could.
normals. It's hard.
I haven't played the new mode either. What is it? Arena or whatever the freaking hell?
You never played Arena?
No, I haven't played that
That
yet.
was actually pretty fun. It's a 2v2 mode, and you just
Oh,
you just fight each other 2v2, and there's I think 4 or how many sets? 4 or 6 sets of pairs, and you pretty much get randomly matched up, and you get augmentation similar to TFT.
okay.
And you fight each other and buy items and all that stuff. And there's like random
Interesting.
things that can happen in the maps. It's pretty fun mode. If you have somebody to duo.
Oh my god, I got somebody to duo with. You wanna know who it is? You.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
Do I have you as a friend? I think I do. Am I sure? No.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even played in like a few weeks at the very least. I haven't played in a little bit. I've just been watching and stuff and playing Fate more.
Get excited, everybody. Season 2 Arcane.
And that's gonna make me want to play League again.
Oh, I know. Closing thoughts, Destinoto, or no?
It's very exciting. Very exciting to see what happens with that rocket. The rocket that transcends all time and space. Will it actually blow up, or will it just will somebody create some warp portal and warp it to some other planet?
Yep.
They also took kind of a long time, which it came out earlier. Taking a whole 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
People. They have so much fucking money, you know what the fuck to do with the fucking money. Fucking fuck.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
whoa. But it's true, isn't it? They have so much goddamn money. Riot Games. They make good game. Make good game.
Make good game.
And they
You know
make good
what?
music.
I don't know if they make good game. I clicked this League of Legends launcher thing like 800 times. The Riot launcher has started up in my quick taskbar, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But is there anything on my screen? No. The fuck's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, now the Riot client won't even open up. Uh-oh.
Fantastic.
Interesting. I clicked settings and now it opened. All right. Anyway, I think that's that.
Cool.
Any other topics? Do we got rumors? Huh?
Haven't had those in years.
Xbox is doing a developer direct, and we're going to see Indiana Jones there on the 18th.
I'll believe it when I see it.
They've already confirmed that it'll be there.
There's a rumor saying that it's going to be a release this year, 2024 game.
Doubtful.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see that. Even when I'll believe that when it comes out. Like even if they show like it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Fucking Hellblade's been advertised for the last 4 years. It's coming this year, so probably coming this year, guys. Get excited.
Yeah. The other interesting rumor that is circulating around the internet right now is that Xbox is looking to port their games over to Switch and PlayStation.
I saw that.
Yeah, they're looking to go third party. That's a rumor apparently that all their games might go third party.
That money, the
I
extra
guess,
money.
but like that that's not. I don't know.
Here we go. How
That's
can you
not
be mad
how
at
this.
this?
That's an. How can I be mad at this? I'm not mad at this. That's just not how the equation works to be successful. Nintendo has disproven that equation multiple times. That's not how the equation works. You don't just make more money by putting your games on everything else.
Interesting. Interesting.
You make a small bump in profit there, but like
Interesting.
your games are not gonna automatically just create all this additional revenue that you've been missing because your games are only on Xbox.
What about all the people who are third-party developers who put them on everything, like Hogwarts
They're,
Legacy?
so when you have these games that are only on Xbox, right? Putting them like okay, I'll take this for example. Uh, Sunset Overdrive when it was on Xbox, or still on it because it hasn't come to anything else. Was was the game that made I think I read it made Insomniac like some stupid low amount of money. They made like a couple $100 from that game. Like putting it on other consoles would not have made a difference for making more money on that game.
What?
Nintendo has this formula down pat where they keep all their games on their systems and they continuously drive their own revenue streams for their systems to continue to have people buy their systems and anticipate their games and want to play more and more of their games. When he had that fucking stupid interview, Phil Spencer, and he's like, "Oh, well, you can't just make great games and put them on a system and think that that's gonna work." No, exactly. That's exactly how that's gonna work. You just keep making good games and putting them on your system. You don't have to go third party for this. I don't know. This is not gonna make a big impact as they think this is gonna make if they want to make all of their exclusives go third party, like Starfield and Halo and uh, what else
Sea
do
of
they have?
Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush were
C,
the rumors.
yeah, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, yeah, yeah. I don't. This is not. This is not the key to success. It'll make some revenue, but it's not the key to success. Their, I get their strategy is we want to be on everything, everywhere, all the time,
Just
and the
like that
more
movie.
and the
Thank you, everybody.
more um, channels of media that
Oh, excuse me.
we can obtain, the better our chances are for keeping Xbox profitable is. Uh, but if you keep putting out shit ass fucking games on every single console, it's not gonna make a difference.
Shit ass fucking fucks.
Sea of
Yeah,
Thieves is not shit, so that's Hi-Fi Rush is
yeah,
also critically acclaimed.
yeah. But it hasn't sold that well. Hi-Fi Rush hasn't sold even
How
that
many
great on
has it
Xbox.
sold?
Oh, somebody was talking about this the other day, and it wasn't a big seller. I think Maximilian was talking about it. I'll
Who,
pull up the numbers.
who is? What are numbers available for it?
Let's see. He was saying that it didn't sell as well, but
It is also a
definitely.
smaller game. It's not like a full $70 release.
According to Xbox, Hi-Fi Rush was a success in all key measurements.
Okay. Okay.
That's what they say.
So far, everything you said is incorrect.
That doesn't necessarily mean that doesn't mean that's their PR speaking. That's just fucking what do you call it?
Well, it's not like they expected Hi-Fi Rush to sell 10 million units in 3 weeks or something like that.
But you keep putting that. Okay, so what other game has done well besides Hi-Fi Rush?
Critically or
Yeah.
commercially?
Okay, well let's start critically. Then we'll
Hi-Fi
talk
Rush is the
commercially.
only one I can think about, and it's one of 2 games that were rumored.
And commercially, I think the only game that has done well for them has been Halo and Starfield.
A Sea of Thieves.
That's still gaining traction.
It's
for them?
fucking huge still.
Okay.
We've talked about it on this
So-
podcast. They had like 15 million active users in it.
So we got 3 games, and Halo is losing steam as it is.
Halo actually has gone up.
Oh.
You,
The last time we
I
talked
don't-
about this, they only went up because of the Forge.
your metric, that's still going up with new content. Your metric for are these doing well is sales, but these are available on a service. So honestly, I think this is a great move for Xbox, and it's something they should have started doing years ago, because their console is not where people want to be. That's Phil Spencer's quote was, "Hey, we can make as many good games as possible. It's not going to make a difference." He's incorrect, but he's correct in the short term. Like, nobody's going to buy it. Like, you're not going to get Xbox in first place if they put out like 80 good games. Like, that's just not going to happen, because PlayStation and Switch are still putting out good games. He's talking about in the market. Like, we trash that quote, we trash that interview. Phil Spencer, kind of shitty sometimes. But like, what I interpreted what he was saying was, you put 1 billion games out, whether they're all good or not, it doesn't change anything. What if they put them somewhere else? They sell a little bit more, they do a little bit better, it probably doesn't cost too much to switch them over, like PlayStation to PC. We've seen the PlayStation PC port numbers, they're not great, and PlayStation has talked about how successful they are because they're making money on them. Because it doesn't cost as much to just switch them over, or to design their games a little bit differently when they're first making them, so they can easily port them over to PC. Like, Hi-Fi Rush is not being determined, is it great because of its sales? No, it's just another game in its catalog that's critically loved. It has a very strong fan base. It kind of came out of nowhere. It's probably going to get a sequel. It'll probably have a bigger budget for the sequel. Like, what the hell? And then Sea of Thieves, it's probably tapering down at this point. It probably is kind of dying off. So what's the best place to put it? It's already on PC and Xbox. I would think about putting it on fucking Switch and PlayStation if I were Xbox. It's a multiplayer game. You have to go where the audience is, and the audience is not where they are currently. So, again, great business moves, and also Hi-Fi Rush is a Bethesda game, so technically not even an Xbox thing, because they still do that weird separation of them. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm not against any of this. I don't see this as a loss for us. It's not a loss for Xbox people. I would love for PlayStation to put their games on Xbox. I know you wouldn't, and they will never.
No.
They probably won't ever. I'm not saying never, because I'm not Justin Bieber. Or I am Justin Bieber, because I don't know. It doesn't matter. That joke is somewhere. Figure it out, Kevin. Get back to me.
Or
Yeah,
you-
I don't. Thanks, but yeah, I don't know. This is cool. If true, cool. If not, okay, that's great. Get a PC, I guess, or an Xbox. Like, great. What have you done for me lately? I'd play Sea of Thieves. That's a multiplayer game I would fucking play. You're telling me you wouldn't be Pirate Boys with me, Genesis?
No, I don't want to be Pirate Boys.
Oh, Kevin, would you be Pirate Boys
I don't
with
want to
me?
want to. There's a
Sea of
reason
Thieves?
why I
Hell
won't
no.
buy into Skull and Bones.
Wow. Desinoto, would you be Pirate Boy with me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I don't want to be Pirate Boy.
All right, you'll be Suicide Boy with me.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes too.
No, we're still getting it. Day one.
Oh,
This is. I want you to have the full experience of what it's like when you tell me to play a game you clearly do not want to play. We're playing Suicide Squad day one, 4
Have I
hours
made-
minimum every day.
Have I made you play a game that you
I've
don't
never
wanna
made you play. I've
besides
never made you
Call of
play a
Duty
game.
DMZ
I
the one
so far I
time?
have not made you play this. I've just told you that we're going to play it, and the dread that's building in you is
Why
increasing
use
until you
that
slowly
quote,
back
though?
out.
Why
We're-
use that quote as if you're insinuating that I've done this to you and you want me to know how to feel?
No, you've done the lead up to a game where, come on, you got to play with Kevin and I. You got to play this game that you're not interested at all. You got to play. It's going to be so much fun. You got to play it. And I'm like, hey man,
I tell
cool.
you that, and I know it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. We're playing it. Don't worry. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have such a good
Yeah.
time. We're gonna form our own squad and commit suicide. I don't know. Anybody else have anything to say about this Microsoft thing? Games coming? Kevin, you got nothing?
No,
What the fuck?
I don't care. I want their games.
Kevin, you always disappoint me when it comes to rumors.
Okay.
Because you always request them and then you have no comment on them.
Okay. I'm sorry. Here's my comment. Microsoft, you still suck. I don't want to play any of your exclusive games, and I don't care if they come to my systems. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Kevin. That's what I want.
I like that.
That's exactly what I want. You're just always like, we got to do rumors, and then Genesis does a rumor, and it's really only ever me and him talking, and then the podcast ends, and you goes, wow, you guys argued a lot. Fucking, you wanted this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What happened?
What?
I didn't realize that the Apple Vision Pro is releasing next month.
Yeah, 3,500.
What's
Let's
that?
go.
That stupid
Their VR, AR thing.
3,500? What
Yeah,
the
$3,500 VR AR thing. Don't worry about it.
And
Don't.
fuck? Does it also make my food for me?
It
No.
lasts 4 hours on a battery.
Oh!
4 hours on a battery? How the fuck is it $3,500?
And you gotta have a separate battery pack for it in your pocket.
What? Oh, good. So that can sit on fire. Get ready. I'm going to call it right now. People are going to have, like, eighth-degree burns on their legs as the
Eighth?
battery pack explodes.
What the fuck is an 8th-degree burn, Kevin?
We're going to find out. And so will the medical community.
Hey guys, they exploded and there's now a tear in the fabric of time. We're considering that the 8th degree.
Pre-order start January 19th.
They actually explode and implode at the same time.
Doesn't it only go up to like 5?
I don't know. I only know about third-degree burns.
Also, can we talk about the Sony car and how you can control the DualSense?
No, there's no reason to talk about it.
Alright, thanks a lot then.
Because they were like, this is the only thing you're gonna do. That it's not something they're like giving to us when the car comes out.
Still. Let me drive my car with a DualSense.
Why?
That'd be awesome.
Why? I would prefer to drive it with an Xbox controller, if I'm honest.
I would prefer to drive it with my steering wheel because that has a lot more control over it.
Oh, like a detached one at home? Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wait, what?
You control it from home.
Shit going on.
And then you drive it to work and go, oh, fuck, my car forgot me.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And you're like, I thought I was moving because I had my Apple Vision Pro on, and I saw movement. Oh, this is so realistic and lifelike. Can you play Flappy Bird on it?
On what?
On the Apple Vision Pro?
You can play you can broadcast anything on the Apple Vision Pro.
Now, hear me out. Without a phone connecting to it, does it run things?
Yeah, it doesn't need a phone to connect to it.
All right, guys. I got another topic.
All right.
Okay, how long till Doom?
Somebody's probably already done it with the dev kit.
Yeah, how long till Doom on the running natively on the Vision Pro?
All right, when does this release?
A month from now, apparently. Next month. Sometime.
5 hours from release.
5 hours from release. Okay. Any other guesses?
Because the people got to figure out how to jailbreak it first.
That's fair. Genesis, I feel like you'd be an expert at this.
Doom's probably already running on it as we speak.
Interesting.
It launches with Doom 2016. Oh, what do we do now?
No,
Never
Kevin,
happened.
it would
That's
not.
just
It would launch with the other one.
No.
Instead of jumping with a controller, you can buy a box for
You can
$1,000.
jump in real life.
And you
if
can climb
miss,
the box.
you can climb the
You don't-
box.
You don't need to climb anything. It's essentially just all hand gestures.
We've heard feedback from gamers, real gamers, and they said, my favorite part about Doom is parkour, not shooting. Can't we give flowers to the monsters in hell? No, we cannot. I'm just kidding. Yes, we can. Here you go. Flowers! Also, it's called
One-
Heck Now!
One other
God.
rumor that I just looked up, Jeff Grubb was saying that in February there's going to be a State of Play and a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, Nintendo Direct in February, a few weeks out from a State of Play right now.
Yeah, so both should be
Yeah.
somewhere in February, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I think we're due for one at the beginning of the year. The beginning
I
of the
mean,
year one.
usually we do, but at the same time, what the fuck's they gonna show, you know? What do they got?
We don't
I have
even
no-
know.
I have no hype going into any PlayStation show at this point. Which is
Yeah, they
honestly
gotta-
good for me.
Gonna make some.
No, I'll be happy that it's happening. I just have nothing. I have no expectations for it because
I mean,
there's
he's
just
got
no
his
point.
fever dream already given to him by a whim, which was Valhalla.
Yeah, that wasn't a. It was a fever dream. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna argue, and then I was like, nah, you're right. I'll let you have this one.
The fever dream. You didn't expect they were gonna do that. You thought maybe there was gonna be some DLC, but
I gotta be honest. It was a
think
beautiful
that-
experience, and I think about it often.
I know. I mean, at this point, Sony can surprise you with something else, but you're not going
Yeah.
into it with some expectation. Of
That's
like, well,
that's
I better
kind of what
see
I'm
this,
doing. I'm going
and I
in.
better-
I'm not
yeah.
hyping it. I'm not gonna.
think
If we
that's a
do
good way to do it.
predictions, I'm not gonna have any. I'm just gonna let you guys predict. Like, I'm not.
think-
I'm not feeling it.
I think that's a good way to do it, though, because now if something comes out and it's fucking another fever dream for you, you just be like, oh shit.
Or if it's complete trash and I still think it's trash, then you know what? Who cares? You know, I still got Valhalla. Man, Valhalla's so good.
Now, I don't know if we see this MMO that they've been talking about for Horizon.
I don't know. Again, I'm not even guessing.
I
Not
mean,
thinking
Last
about
of Us is dead now, so
It's not dead, but okay.
I mean, the multiplayer game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
hmm But hey, Horizon multiplayer can replace that. We'll see.
We don't know. Is it real? Who cares? Well, we'll know when we know, you know? I'm excited to see Indiana Jones. They said 10 minutes of gameplay will be shown off.
Who is that being made by again?
Machine Games.
What have they done?
The
Anything
Wolfenstein
good?
people.
Oh, Wolfenstein people. Okay.
So honestly, it could be really good. Could be.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious how the whip will work and if the whip mechanics will carry over to the Wonder Woman game. Where the fuck's the Wonder Woman game, guys? I know it's not an Xbox thing, but where is it? I'm just concerned.
I mean, if it
Yeah.
pops up at Sony's, that would be another fever dream for you for popping up.
Again, I keep telling you, I'm not thinking about it like that. Stop putting ideas in my head. You're gonna fucking throw me. Ah, fuck, I'm excited now. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, Kevin, if it pops up there, I will scream and strangle you to death.
Good.
He
I
threatened
need
me
it.
last time. Now he's gonna threaten me.
Oh, if it's not there, I'm strangling you to death. I'm taking you to that taco place, and then we're getting tacos, and then I'm ripping you up and putting you on the one taco shell and eating you.
Very interesting.
All right. All right.
I will squish you into a cube as hard as a diamond to fit on this taco shell.
Yes. Oh
I
my
swear to God.
please.
As hard as a diamond. That is a statement.
If the
Love
Wonder Woman game's not out, please be somewhere. Just show up. Just show up. In my dream, at least, please. Where's the Wonder Woman game?
February is going to be a big month for games overall.
They do not deserve you, Diana.
February is going to be a big release month for games. With a bunch of games coming out then.
Nothing's coming
FF7
out.
Rebirth. Tekken 8.
Helldiver's still coming out the same day, even though the CES show showed that it was delayed.
Wait, did it show it was delayed?
Yeah, the CES show had like weird information about a lot of things, like games-wise. It for some reason showed a thing of the Gravity Rush movie, even though they didn't talk about the Gravity Rush movie. It also looked like really old footage. And then it showed a Patapon remake or sequel coming.
What the fuck?
And then also it had that weird ass fucking thing in it. Like what I don't know. That CES show was trash.
CES for Sony's never big. I mean,
CES they showed off the Access controller. They showed off the logo once.
For
They could
show the PS5
Yeah, they showed the PS5 logo once.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the nicest thing they showed today was the PS5's, the new cover
Colors.
Slim.
Yeah, they didn't even show that in the show. And then they talked about their car. There was a lot of things that were repeats from last year. And then the DualSense car thing, everyone's like, this is crazy. Guys, if you watch the live show, that took about 2 minutes for it to work. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't controlling it, because it just didn't look real. And also, he's like, this is a tech thing we're only doing here. Don't ask. You're not getting this. Also, that car, stupid looking. I love it.
I like how that car looks, actually.
I like it, but also in like a dumb way. Also, it's probably going to come out 4 years from now.
Yeah.
And then cost too much.
Yeah, I'll be getting that as my next car.
For the price of 416,000 PS5s. You can get
it happen somehow.
What the hell is it called? The Sony Honda? What are they called? I don't know.
I want to say the Azila or
yeah, it's a Fila. Thank you. What a terrible name for a car.
It's been worse.
Hey, I don't disagree.
There have been worse names for cars.
But yeah. First of all, how dare you? That's the best car.
The Forte.
Too bad Scion stuff. Hey! That means strong! Shut up.
No, that's Fuerte.
Hey, it's Forte still. I think it's French. It doesn't matter. It means strong. Like a fort.
Yeah.
A.
Like a fort. It's a Canadian fort. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
Fort Niagara.
Holiday magic here in Buffalo.
Wow, there's a throwback.
Kevin, they still play that every year. What do you mean?
Do they? Oh.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, wild. I know, right?
All right.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, what a throwback.
I'm going to end the show for us. I'm going to sign us off for tonight. Appreciate everybody who tuned in today.
No more rumors? Oh.
No, we're done.
That only you and I will discuss? That sucks.
What?
Yeah, it was a nod back to what I said earlier about when Kevin asked for a rumor. Never mind. You had to be there, I guess.
Okay, I got it now. No, I got it.
What's going on? Do you have to shit? I feel like you're rushing this.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I said I had a whoosh.
What the hell does that mean?
It went over my head.
Oh. I guess I had a whoosh.
Whoosh is an outdated thing. I say outdated. I say a bunch of outdated stuff. Whoosh is outdated. That was like 2018, 19. People talking about whoosh.
Decades ago. Yeah, you're right. Outdated.
Yeah, at this point, decades.
I dabbed earlier at work.
Oh, God. What is that from? 2018, right?
Literally no idea. Couldn't tell you.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody who tuned in for tonight's episode of Crafting a Chat. Catch us every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/craftingachat. youtube.com/startingtoolay with 2 R's, and we'll see you next time on Crafting a Chat.
If you're involved with the Wonder Woman game, please tell me what's happening. I promise I
Yes.
won't tell anybody else.
If
Please.
anybody who watches this chat is involved with the Wonder Woman game, just private DM Adam Star, please.
Thank you. Thank